Hey everyone, welcome to Uptown Studios Live. This is a heart show. Regina Range, you are in my heart and you've been in my heart for a long, long time. Tell me, when did we meet? When did we first meet?
We met 11 years ago at Francis' house at a Safe Ground homeless meeting.
Ah, that's right. So Greg
Yes.
Bunker was there, dear Greg Bunker.
Yes.
Shock was there, Paula Lamazzi.
Yes.
Who else? Libby.
John France.
John
Yep.
France,
Sister Libby.
and Tracy. So there were
Tracy.
like 10 of us,
Libby.
I think.
Yeah. I was just graduated from Women's Empowerment. I was in the Homeless Leadership Club.
Ah, okay. Shock.
I had became an activist at the time.
Yep. And were you homeless at the time?
Yes, I was homeless, living in my car.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about that a little bit. You being homeless and where you are now. It's like, how did that all happen?
Well, in 2009, I lost my mom to cancer. Prior to her getting really sick, I had moved to Atlanta because of the recession. I wanted a better job, try to change something different. I was there for 90 days. My mom called and said, "Oh, it's 3 times worse." I flew home that night. 90 days later, I was on the streets with a 17-year-old.
Oh, man.
So I kept looking and looking and looking for programs in Sacramento to help me just kind of like round myself up. And I found Women's Empowerment. Changed my life.
Yeah. Women's Empowerment is, they are and have been going. Is Lisa still there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So I have to do a shout out to them and the good work that they do. Every year they have. Do they have 2 classes that go through or 1?
Yes. They're in class right now at the time. I just did my 10-year check-in.
Ah, yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. That's amazing. And look at where you've come. And so do they have you talk to the attendees, to the students?
Yes. I support the ladies. I'll go and give them kudos and tell them how it's a wonderful program. It's life-changing. And always remember to stay in the loop.
And that's it. Like, people will go through a program and then they lose touch, and then there's backsliding that happens.
Yes.
Shit can just happen again.
Right.
And you got to have your support group so that you can lean on them.
Yes.
So I met you at Safe Ground, and we were part of the founding board of Safe Ground. And Safe Ground started because that was back in 2009.
Yes.
And there were 1,000 people encamped on the levee up by PG&E.
Yes.
And the city of Sacramento decided, okay, it's time for us to break this up. Lisa Ling came in and did a big nationwide story on how much disruption that created and how devastating it was for so many people. And we started Safe Ground because there was no place for people to go.
Right.
When they say go away, there is no away. I'm just going from here to there. So we really wanted to have a space where people without a dwelling could pitch a tent and be safe, and have some support services there. And man, we gave it a healthy run, didn't we?
Yes, we did. That's how I kind of like started, because after I graduated from Women's Empowerment, and I was known for sweet potato pies. So I was featured in the gala of 2010, and I baked like 125 pies, and it was 110 degrees that day, but I got them done.
Oh, it was.
So,
it was like, do what you say you're going to do. And that's one of the magic things about you, Regina. It's like you always do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah. It was hard, it was hard getting into that routine as, coming through being homeless, because, when you're homeless, you're all over the place. Where am I going to sit down today? Where am I going to eat today? I don't want to burden any family members by, going to their house and so I had to split my children up. I had some of them with one family member, some with the other, and I stayed in the car. But I made sure every day I cooked dinner, I washed their clothes, and I had to do it for the whole household because my children resided there. So, so that's why I had to stay in the loop of having the tools I needed from being homeless, being diagnosed with mental health at the same time, and learning and educating myself. So it was a hard transition, but it can be done.
Right. And so I met you at the Safe Ground, and we would talk a little bit. I had some events at my office. That's when we were at 410 Alhambra.
Yes.
And you came to the events, and then you said, I can help you clean up and I can help you set up. And I hired you.
Yes. You said, I heard you like to clean and you do a lot of cooking. I said, yeah. You said, well, why don't you come down to my office and we do an interview? I was so nervous. I was like, I don't have a resume. What am I going to, And you was like, okay, well, your job is to clean my bathroom. I'm like, oh, this is nothing. I go in and I come out, and you said, well, I'm going to see that you pass. And you went to the restroom and came back. You said, you know what? You're hired, sister. You cleaned the baseboards. I don't believe it.
I know. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't
believe it.
You didn't just clean. You just sparkled everything. And it was like, okay, you're in. And then from that day forward, I never had to ask. It was just like, you just took care of it.
Yes.
It's been doing cooking.
Yes.
So we would have all kinds of events over there. And Regina was always in charge of the food.
The hostess with the mostest. I set up, I cooked, I plated, I rotated dishes, I cleaned, I put everything away. I made sure everything was fine. It's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful journey. It has been. You've taught me so much about business and how it goes and how you got to, how to do it legally. I always had a side hustle, because I never had the money.
Side hustles are one thing, but when you give them money for a business license, and you have a business license now, show me that.
Yes, for Sacramento and Folsom.
Okay, show me that business license, because this is a prideful thing. Okay, so she got her business license, and instead of the $1 bill, she slammed down a 20 because she 20 times greater than a $1.
Oh yes. And I'm so excited. Things are just taken in a new direction since I graduated from the Acclimates Academy. I graduated last year in March. I started following them in 2018 with the match program for Farmers Market for food stamps. So that's how I found out about them. And I just kept following them. And I found out about the academy. But at the time, I wasn't ready because my life wasn't organized enough yet to buckle down. So I said, I'm going to be 50 next year. I was at the end of my 49th year. I was like, I got to do something. So in December, I said, let me go for it. They said, this is the last orientation. Come on. We don't have many seats left. And I applied. And it was a 45-page application. I was like, oh, wow.
Serious.
So it was serious, and I got accepted, and it's been beautiful ever since.
So going through that, I mean, beyond that, I was vegan, and so I had to teach you about what that was.
Yes,
you didn't have a clue.
I had no idea.
Chicken broth is part of. We don't use chicken broth. It's like all of those things that you got to learn alongside me.
Yes.
I'm telling you, Regina makes a vegan gumbo that is to die for. I mean, I don't care. You shouldn't say vegan. It is just some of the best gumbo I've ever had in my life. And every time we have an event now, it's like, oh, Regina, can you please make the gumbo?
And I was able to, at first it was just, mainly soul food and things like that. I was doing as leading lady classic catering. But once I met you and I got to mirror you and see how your life was changing and you were happy and healthy and jumping all over the place. And I was like, I got to try this stuff. And then the, sparkling water and stuff. I knew nothing about that stuff. Kombucha, I knew nothing. You guys were making it in the office and stuff. And I would come in and be like, what is this stuff?
What is this? What are you doing?
And now that's all I drink is sparkling water. It's just amazing how when you can be around positivity and how you can just take adaptions to make a change in your life, and it's been wonderful. I'm so much healthier. I found out.
Talk about finding out about your health.
Yeah, in the early of the pandemic, I found that I was diabetic, and they put me on this medication right away without even explaining it to me or anything. Being that I have Obamacare, the medical system was all messed up in the beginning of the pandemic. We couldn't go in. We had to do teledirect. Things fell apart. So I took my own initiative. I threw the meds down with no permission. I bought me a wonderful Brevel juicer, and I started juicing everything I can get my hands on. Every single thing I can get my hands on. I incorporated more ingredients, vegetables, kale, collard greens has always been a staple in our culture. Yeah. And so as I decided, I went along and I seen it was working for me. I just decided to blend it in to my lifestyle.
That's perfect. And it's like collard greens are part of your culture, but it doesn't have to have all the pork and the fat.
Right, exactly.
Be delicious. You have figured out how to cook it and make it be delicious without the fat.
Right. You don't have to have, that's just a cultural thing with the fat meat and this, but you make them without any meat, and a cup of 3.5 ounces has 33 kilocalories of food energy. It has 8 vitamins, 10 minerals,
Yeah.
And they do decrease the risk of health conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, obesity, more overall mortality. It has bone health. It has vitamin K, where it's 388% of the daily value.
That's in collards.
That's in collard greens. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to put in my order for some collard greens.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I got you. Yes, ma'am.
I love them. Also, Thanksgiving is coming up. I mean, it's not too far away.
No, it's not.
I'm having my order for my sweet potato pies.
Yes.
I need to order too. And so everybody, it's like, take down her number or her email. We're going to slide it across the bottom here, so that you can email Regina and get your orders in, because you're going to love this. Regina at burntskillet.com. You're going to love her pies. And if you want greens for your dinner, just tell her, I want some collard greens, some of those wonderful collard greens.
Oh, yes.
Or a little gumbo. Oh, it's like in wintertime, you have some of that gumbo. It just fills your belly and it warms you up. And I mean, she cooks her rice and she puts bay leaves in her rice. And it's like, oh, just everything, attention to detail. I'm starting to salivate. Oh, here, I want pie and greens. Yes. I want in on those collard greens and sweet potato pie too. Keith,
yes.
I think that the thing that we really want to talk about here, I need that gumbo, Nisi. That's for sure. So they can get it by emailing you. And
yes.
You give them a price structure. Yes, you're going to email
them. Yes,
I will email her, let her know how many people you're trying to feed, and she'll come back with a price. And I'm sure that she'll get it to wherever you are.
Yes, in a delivery date. Yes, they'll be warm when I show up. When I deliver pies, they are still warm. I drive them all the way to the Bay Area.
Hey, shout out to Charlotte. All right. Keep on moving, girl. You rock. Okay.
Oh,
so Charlotte was here for lots of our parties and lots of our food. And I'm telling you, we always had so much food. There was lots of leftovers, and Regina would eat for a week, I'm sure.
Yes.
We all took leftovers. Yeah.
We love it. We had so much fun.
Okay, so much fun. So you have, the part that I am amazed with is that I hope you realize how many lives you've touched.
Yes.
A lot of people have touched you, but you really have given back, and you're touching other people through your energy and your positivity and your wonderful food and your attitude about everything. It's like through the hardships that you've been through, but you still have this woman power that says, no, I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So, the best thing that I can do is to be out here to tell people to email you. You want them to call you too?
If they like to, they can. Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's put her phone number up here too, because especially during Thanksgiving, you want to get your orders in early.
Right.
I'm telling you right now that I'm going to email you and tell you my orders for Thanksgiving. I don't even know if we're going to have family over or not, probably, but we'll eat outside. Something, because we still got COVID.
Right. Yes.
Johnny Bond. Yes, she has.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right, so you get some shout outs here, Regina. People love
Yay.
so
Yay.
so you're doing, I heard that you're doing farm to fork.
Yes,
Oh,
I was one of the 5. I was from the beginning of the farm to fork movement when it first started, when we was having a food shortage in 2009. I was the first African American homeless person from Sacramento to even speak. I did a video with Costa Mantis that we sent over to the United Nations. And right after that, the farm to fork movement started to begin because we couldn't get affordable food with food stamps. We were not able to afford organic food. We for low income communities. So I was a speaker at the first farm to fork event.
Well, we did a farm to every fork meal. Remember that? Yeah.
Yes.
They had the farm to fork that was $200 a seat, and then we had the farm to every fork that was free for people.
Yes, and then the scholarship came up this year. They said, "Oh, we're selecting 5 people in Sacramento City and County for a full pay scholarship." So I just went online. I applied to my story, and I won. They emailed me last week, said, "Congratulations, Regina, you got it." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh my god."
Oh my God. So what are they giving you? What do you get?
They're giving me my space, my tent, my rental, the fees for all my fees are paid for by Bank of America. So all I have to do is provide my food and get my signage and things like that. And of course, I already just approved my first proposal with Kristen. Yay.
And so we'll do your signage. We'll take
care of that. I got it all. I already got apron, everything. I just did my first proposal. I was so excited. Kristen was like, "Oh, you have to approve it, Regina." I was like, "Oh, wow. Yay."
We want your signature on that. And then we'll get more food from you.
Yes. So I'm so excited.
We do a trade thing here.
Yes.
I know how good she is. It's like, no, you don't have to pay me. You just have to feed me.
Yes. Right.
So what date is that? What date is that?
That's September 17th and 18th.
And it's on Capitol Mall.
It's on Capitol Mall. Yes, I will be serving vegan gumbo.
Test. Oh my God! You can take a test of this, and then you can order it for your Thanksgiving meal.
Yes, and it's only $10. So everything is affordable on my menu. Whatever I'm featuring everything is $10. It's affordable. Yes.
All right. Show me a picture of Regina in her outfit. I think we have something that she's like. Look at there.
Yes.
Oh, looks so professional, girl. So awesome. And what's the food that you're holding?
That's the collard green roll.
And what's inside? Roll. What do you put inside?
You put black eyed peas, you put quinoa, and you put marinated with ginger, red onions, and you roll it up in the leaf. And then you drizzle it with a blueberry barbecue sauce, sugar-free, that I made.
Man.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to have to order some of those too.
Yes, they are wonderful. Wonderful. Yes.
I'm so hungry. I am so hungry right now. Okay, and what's this? This is
that is my soul power bowl with mung beans, quinoa, caramelized ginger onions, eggplant, yams, and it's topped with a shredded red cabbage, and you can do a jalapeno cilantro sauce or a barbecue blueberry sauce.
Are you going to have that at your booth?
No, just a vegan gumbo. Yeah, just a vegan gumbo because it's, the weather will be changing. So I thought it'd be nice and comfy,
Yeah,
it'll be
hours. Oh, look at this.
And so that's my flyer for small groups and catering. So I have a price menu on there for different dishes and things that if people would like to try. So that's getting in the making now. That's in the making right now. I just approved that this morning.
All right.
So
this is good.
Yeah, I'll be posting those all around Sacramento, the airport, everywhere.
Oh, yeah. And you have a PDF so you can email it to people.
Yes.
So I can't say enough to everybody that I endorse Regina and the Burnt Skillet. And not only are you going to get great food, but you're going to get a lot of love and some of the best hugs ever.
Yes, yes,
She's
yes,
got it
yes.
all. She's got it all down. So tell me, how are you going to push this into the next level? So you're just rolling out right now, and it's all exciting because you're just getting going, and you're going to have all this catering. What
Yes.
do you see in 3 to 5 years? What?
Well, I'm working with Acclimus Academy. I'm in the incubator phase of the program, which is a
Okay.
2 to 5 year shadow program to
Okay.
help you get where you need to be. My goal is a food truck. That's what my original goal was, a
I
food truck.
remember talking about food trucks,
Yes.
but all we need is $50,000 to $70,000. What? What? Okay, you better start cooking.
So, Acclimus was, we have a kitchen now. We were blessed with a full commercial kitchen. So I have that space to cook in. And
Awesome.
also they won a big grant from the Department of Agriculture and USDA, where it's going to have an Acclimus marketplace in 2 years. So I've joined that movement and I've made that my priority. So in 2 years, my goal is to have a brick and mortar
Okay.
in the Acclimus marketplace. So we'll have.
With the Alchemist Marketplace, you're thinking of having some packaged foods that you can sell?
Yes, I want to bottle that barbecue sauce. I want to do the blueberry sugar-free barbecue sauce because
Wow.
being a diabetic, was my hardest struggle. Sugar-free, sugar-free. Finding sugar-free things, and I can find them, but I don't understand the rest of the ingredients that are on there,
So natural, whole,
natural.
it's like, no chemicals, no added.
Nothing. Mm-hmm.
The things that are hard to come by.
Yes, and I'm non-GMO now, so everything is non-GMO. Everything, even when I eat meat, non-GMO.
Okay.
So I got my kids with the move. My grandkids love the barbecue sauce. They're like, "Granny, this is delicious." So we can have that instead of ranch. So it's working. Yeah, it's working.
There you go. It's like, oh, you're going to have to bring some of that over too.
Yes, and I gave some to my teachers, and they were like, "Regina, we still got that barbecue sauce in our refrigerator since March, and it is still good." I say, "It's all natural, all natural."
Yeah. Oh,
all natural.
That's just awesome. So you're thinking that you're going to have, so you have a kitchen that you can cook in.
Yes.
You're going to have a marketplace where you can sell your packaged things.
Right. Yes.
Maybe a food truck.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with a food trailer, small food trailer. Give me a truck where I can, pill it around town and pop up everywhere and do pop-ups.
Yeah.
And do that for like a year and a half. And then I want to go from a sole proprietor into a corporation.
Okay.
Because like I said, this is a food movement. This is something that's going to take me and my family and my kids. I want to incorporate generational wealth. This is way beyond just having, selling food. This is a life changer. It's a game changer. It's a health style changer. And that's why I chose the ingredients that I have, because they support and promote healthy lifestyles. Because
promote local too. It's like,
yes, I buy everything from the local farmers markets, local farms.
Yeah,
locally sourced.
You have the 360.
Yes.
Where you're starting with local farmers and you're going to local people that are cooking and local people that are buying and eating and feeding their families. And
yes,
when you think of feeding your family, what are you thinking about? It's like, it shouldn't all be Fruit Loops.
Right, exactly. Or McDonald's. And it should be affordable. And that's the thing about it. It's affordable.
Affordable is really hard. It's like, how can you get all those fresh ingredients, put them together, and sell a meal for $10?
Right, exactly.
That's where you really got to put your head on and figure it out. So
yes.
I'm so proud of you, and
I'm
proud to call you my friend. And oh my God, Myron needs that gumbo too. Myron Reynolds, we're not related, but you need that gumbo. If you have not tasted that gumbo, it's like, oh my God, I swear, I'm just drooling here.
It's so good. It's so silky. It's just life-changing. It's wonderful.
Yeah. I don't miss a thing about all the other stuff that they usually throw into the gumbo. I don't miss it.
Yeah, me either. Not at all. Not at all. The veggies are just awesome. They're just powerful. It's just so. It's the roux.
How long does it take you to make that roux?
I make it in advance, so it's about 30 minutes per batch. So I make it up in big batches, and then I can just cut off chunks like butter. Pop it in there. Make that broth. Yeah.
Oh. All right. So, where the first place that people can get a taste of Regina's Burnt Skillet is at the Farm to Fork movement on September 17th and 18th. You'll be on Capitol Mall with a booth there, and if you go up to her, just tell her Tina sent you, and then she'll just give you an extra hug if she can. Maybe not during COVID. Make sure you're wearing your mask and be careful.
Yes.
But she will appreciate it because she'll know that we're all supporting you. Everyone's supporting you, Regina.
It's wonderful.
And you haven't burned a single bridge on your path. It's like you stay in touch with everybody, you stay connected. Like women's empowerment, you're always there to talk to the women that are graduating and to give them your story and to give them hope that this is what can happen. You're on your path. It might have taken you 50 years, but if you would have done it when you were 20, it wouldn't have happened.
No, never.
It's happened at the time that it needs to happen.
Yes. Oh, there's my
Oh.
son. Yay. Oh.
Yes. Oh my God, here she goes. Getting the pride of your kids. There you go. All right. So, so many people have reached out to you and connected with you. And I really want you to know that you've touched my life in a way that
thank you.
So few have been able to get in and to create a friendship. Here's a place. So as she's cooking her food on Instagram.com, the Burnt Skillet, you can see pictures of her food. I wish that Instagram had a scratch and sniff because it all smells so good.
I know. I wish you could smell that QR code.
Yeah, right? I wish that you could. So we've got about 3 minutes left. Is there anything that we haven't touched on that you wanted to talk about?
No, I just want people to know, dreams come true. You work hard, you stay diligently, you stay truthful to what you love. And it works. It works if you work it. Stay in the loop of having positive people in your life, and stay away from the drama.
And okay, no drama for your mama. I swear, drama is going to seek you out. Everybody, drama is going to seek you out, and whether you bite that hook or not, that's the choice that you make. It's like, I just can't do it. I wish you the very best. Now I got to move on.
Right. And that's what I do. Every day I walk around and just say, it's not my business. It's not my business. Yeah.
And staying true to yourself. It's like the drama can change your road and give you paths that lead to nowhere. So it is really knowing, and Regina, of all the people that I've ever met that have been on a path, you have been on a really strong path. It has a lot of bumps, but you managed to get around the bumps. There's been a few that have gotten you, but most of the time you see the bump ahead of time and you can go around it.
Yes. I've learned that very well over the years, just having the tools that I needed to be supportive and to keep a small circle, and like I always say, stay in the loop. The loop is so important because while you're building your loop, you're connecting hands and you're growing, making circles with people that's going to always be there for you. I've been knowing you for 11 years, I stayed in the loop, and I'm so grateful for that.
Like Mother's Day, Christmas, I'm always sending you messages. And by the way, I'm having a party. Can you?
Yes.
Can you? You always say yes.
Yes.
So we got 1 minute left. I just want to say this made my day. I just adore you, Regina. I wish you the very best. I'm right by your side. When you need my help, I'm here.
Yes.
And the next party is coming up. So everybody, the Burnt Skillet, Regina at theburntskillet.com, and send her that email and get that.
Send it on. Yes, and I'm showing up with hot pies. Come on, people.
Hot pies, gumbo, the collard green rolls, or just
soul bowls. I got colored confetti. You know.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye to you, but I'm going to go eat before lunchtime because
yes,
you're so friggin' hungry.
I'll make you hungry. Thank you. I love you, Tina.
I love you. I love you. Everyone out there, thank you for joining us, and please send Regina an email because I know she'd love to hear from you. She needs your support. She's just taken off, and you can help. And we will see you next Tuesday at 11 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.